We'll just try. You want to try the tester for screen sharing?
Yeah, sure. We can do that.
Yeah.
So, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Alumni Talks series. So, we have newly launched this series. We are trying to get our Ayurvedic dietetics, the participants, and let us know that how they've been using the concept that they have learned in our series. Right. So this is our first webinar on chakra cleansing with diet and breath work. So for this webinar, we have two speakers for the day. The first speaker is Mehar. So Mehar Panjwani is here with us today. She is a highly experienced clinical dietitian with over 20 years of practice. Meher is also a writer. She is also a speaker and also an active member of IDA Mumbai chapter and IAPN Mumbai as well. With a passion for holistic nutrition, she'll be combining the modern dietetics and the ancient wisdom to promote the well being. So, today she's going to guide us on how mindful eating can help cleanse and balance our chakra, where she's trying to enhance both the physical and the emotional health. So, let's welcome Meher. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Sonia.
Okay. So after Meher's session on chakra cleansing with diet, we also have Sanil Shanbag who will be guiding us on using the breathwork to balance the chakras. So to tell you about him, he has an MBA in finance from NMIMS University, and he's been working in TCS finance for almost 18 years. Alongside his corporate career, he's also a certified yoga trainer. He's also working as an instructor at Art of Living and holds an MSc in yoga from SV Vyasa University. He has trained over thousands in yoga and meditation, helping them to harness with power for breath and better well-being. Let's welcome Sanil Shanbag as he takes us through the information practice.
Very, very warm welcome to everybody, one and all. Yeah, we're really lucky to be here this time. I think it's Basant Panchami is just gone. It's Ma Saraswati's, blessed month, and today's Ekadashi more than anything. It's such a good tithi, with the Kumbh and all these auspicious planetary alignments. I think we're really lucky to take this knowledge, to many, many more. And more than everything, apply it to ourselves. It's an ongoing process. So somehow this topic has been very, very close to my heart because it's got everything to do with unleashing the power which is within each and every one of us. We all have the divine light inside us. It's just that we have to say hello to it every single day, which is nothing different than closing our eyes and being prayerful. It's about being away from the humdrum, giving that light inside us more energy so that it blossoms. Yes, we have to keep blossoming with divinity, with the power which resides within us. So, I am an ardent believer in the slogan Jaisa Ann Vaisa Man. Yeah, so what we eat along with what we feed to our mind and to our soul is what is going to help our spirit propel higher to the higher dimensions, to the higher ascensions. Okay. Also, it's always like jo antarmukhi, so sada sukhi. So somewhere in between so much of digital exposure, knowledge coming through so many social sites, all the regular humdrum of our busy schedules, we have to quieten our mind, be with our breath, and give our inner light that energy. Yes, so our body comprises basically of the gross body and the subtle body. Now, gross body is what we are seeing, yeah, with our eyes. The subtle body we cannot see with our naked eyes, but again, that has been mentioned in our Vedas and Upanishads. So, the subtle body is made up of three layers. One of them is the soul. The two others are again bifurcated. So when we talk about the subtle energy, it's classified into chakras and meridians. Now, when we look at chakras, let's get on to the main slide. When we look at chakras, I will go through all the slides with you right from the base up till the crown chakra. And what are these chakras? These chakras are basically centers of energy vortex. Yes, there's an ample amount of energy flowing in these chakras at a subtle layer. Now, for example, it's something like if you have a river flowing, and if you're putting rocks somewhere in between, so that energy cannot get channeled well. Yes. So, what we have to do is we have to unblock these. Yes. How do we unblock? Via right nutrition and breath work. Yeah. Via breathing techniques, via pranayam, via yoga, and there are many other modalities to this. Let's get on to the slides. Are the slides visible?
Yes, Mehar.
Great. So, when we talk about holistic eating, we are talking about integrating the mind, the body, and the emotions, right? Now, what happens every day is there's so much of emotional, exposure also we go through as human beings. So, at the level of the physiology, it's the yogasanas and the food which we eat. But at the level of our mind, we need to be with meditation. Yes. So, I'll just come back to this. Healing integrates body, mind, emotions, and soul in order to fight the disease. Symptoms that the body creates are only that something in the mind and the soul needs healing, right? So, what are we doing over here? We are trying to treat the symptoms by going deeper within the root of our very existence. Moving on to the next slide. Okay, now this is all about chakras. So we can see over here, the root chakra is the one which is at the base of the spine. Now this is located near the tailbone. Then moving on to the sacral. Now why there is a specific color coding kept for each and every one is because the root chakra feeds on everything that we put in which is red colored. Then comes the sacral. That's the Swadhisthana. The root is called as the Mooladhara, and then is the sacral, which is called as the Swadhisthana. This is located at the lower back, next to the belly button, and it gets strengthened with all that we eat, which is orange in color. Moving on from there, coming up is the solar plexus, which is called as the Manipura. Here, it's basically at the bottom of the ribs, next to the breastbone. So, this is basically going to be strengthened with all the foods that we eat, which are yellow in color. Moving on from there, when we come little higher, in the heart, chest, and thoracic cavity, we have the heart chakra, which is the anahata. Now, the anahata basically is again strengthened by eating all green colored foods. We will come to that as the slides go by. Moving on from there, we have the throat chakra, which is also called as the Vishuddhi chakra. Now, the throat chakra basically is located in the throat with the neck, shoulders. Yes, this is the location, and it thrives on all the foods which are blue colored. So, when we eat foods which are blue in color, this chakra gets strengthened. Then we come to the third eye chakra, which is also located in between the eyebrows. That's the Agnya chakra. Besides this, when we move up, we go to the crown chakra, which is again 12 inches away. So that's located at the top of the head, which is called as the Sahasrara chakra. Yeah. Besides that, now let us look at what happens. So when our root chakra is strong, we are more confident, we are more secure, we are more grounded. If it's not, then this is the emotion we may carry. Then going up, moving to the next, that's the sacral chakra. So basically, we'll be passionate, we'll be creative, we'll be joyful if this is strong, or we fall into the other category. Same with the navel. It's all positive emotions, empowered, motivated, self assured. If weak, then we get anxious and indecisive. Moving on to the heart chakra, keeps us compassionate, loving, open hearted. Whereas the weak heart chakra would give us feelings like unforgiveness, resentfulness. Then comes the throat chakra, which also helps us to have good communication skills with everyone, be expressive, truthful. Otherwise, it would fall into misunderstandings and silence. Yes, then comes the third eye chakra. Here again, the positive side of this is if it's strong, we get more intuitive, more imaginative, more insightful. Whereas if it's not strong, we will become unimaginative or narrow minded. We will not be able to focus well. Moving on to the last, that's the crown chakra. It keeps us spiritually connected to the cosmic energy. So it's all about our saints who would come into this category, who are very, very enlightened and purposeful to share lots with the world at large. So if we are disconnected with this, we become aimless in life, right? So it's generally seen that we all come to the planet and we have to work on these ultimately, because if we don't work on these from the heart chakra, we will go back. See, these three chakras are the ones which are always going to call for the basic needs of all human beings. Yes. So the heart chakra is the only one which is in between, connecting us from the lower chakras to the higher chakras. Now, if we are only looking at everything with our naked eyes and don't get into the subtle realm, we'll never go up here. And we'll have to take multiple births actually to come back from here and then re-begin again till the time our soul comes to this level. This is what I read because I was reading a lot about all this before the presentation. So let's try and do the maximum we can, in this birth to get better, to refine, to realign with the inner energy. Moving on. Okay, so here we are. Here we are talking about how these chakras are connected to the glands. So you can see over here, the root chakra is connected to the reproductive glands. So the male reproductive, the female reproductive would directly be interconnected to the root chakra. Now, why am I saying all this? Because these root chakras will the root chakra energy will affect these glands, and these glands in turn will affect our hormones which are released in the body for overall well-being and functioning, for a smooth functioning, for good health. So if our glands are healthy, if our chakras are energized, our glands are healthy. If our glands are healthy, they secrete good happy hormones, and there's good release of hormones in turn to have an overall good health. So this is where the connection lies. So one needs to be in total awareness of this. As I said, the root chakra would be directly impacting the reproductive, the sacral would be impacting the adrenal gland, then comes our solar plexus, which has an effect on the pancreas, the liver, and the spleen. Moving on from here, the heart chakra, again, we need to keep our heart healthy. Then comes the throat chakra. You can see it is affecting the thyroid gland. Then is our third eye and our crown chakra. Now, the crown chakra also has an impact on the pineal gland along with the hypothalamus. And here we have the thymus gland. So the thymus gland basically is all over in the lymphatics. It's basically a small triangular gland which basically produces WBCs, yes. And those are the ones which are the soldiers of the body. They're always required when we are in any infectious state. So it's responsible for immunity big time. And of course, the pineal, the hypothalamus, all these take care of our, anxiety and our stress levels and various other bodily functions. So all of them have to be at their best. Okay, coming on to the first chakra, that's the root chakra. Now, basically, we'll just see how this goes. You can see all the red vegetables in this category. You can see all the red fruits. So this is based on a global level, what people eat at a global level. Whatever is available in our country would apply to us. So primarily you can see that here you have red vegetables like red bell pepper, you have tomatoes, you have red fruits like orange, cherry, cranberry, pomos. Yes, red grapefruit, strawberries, watermelon. And then there are these various roots which are red in color, which come in this category. And besides this, now the highlight over here of root chakra is it has these warming spices also. So when we talk about warming spices, you can see all these over here. Spices like pipali, which is the Ayurvedic word for it. And then we have cardamom, elaichi, cinnamon. Yes, all these garlic, ginger, ginseng, all of these come into this. Now, the root chakra has been associated over here basically with the vata dosha. Primarily, what is happening is that we need to always have our digestive fire at its best. So, all these warming spices, which you can see over here, like jeera, like haldi, that's cumin, something like ginger, garlic, all of these will be used over here, with the condiments. That is, you can see all these over here, cardamom, cinnamon, all of these to keep our digestive fires on. Yes, pipali and sunthi are the Ayurvedic words for ginger and pepper. Pepper and ginger. Moving on to the sacral chakra. Now you can see that the orange colored fruits and veggies are the ones, which are in this category. So carrot, pumpkin, orange pepper, you can see apricot, cantaloupes, mango, papayas, peach, all of these, which are orange, tangerines, come into this category along with nuts and seeds. Now, there are fermented foods also which have been put into this category by Ariel Sterling, as you can see. And when we talk about fermented foods, there's kefir, kimchi, kombucha, all of these pickles which come under this category, which enhance our digestion. How do they enhance our digestion? Is because they facilitate the growth of good bacteria in the gut. So you can see all of these along with yogurt mentioned in this category. Now, from the Ayurvedic perspective, when we look at the sacral, it's the Vat and the Pitta dosha probably, which could be, there in this chakra. If at all it's a little blocked, how does one clear the Vat and the Pitta? So when we talk about the root and the sacral, primarily when we talk about the root chakra, it's Triphala, which is very, very beneficial. So Triphala basically is a combination of Bibitaki, Haritaki, and we have one more, which is Amalaki. Three of these herbs coming in, and they really facilitate the digestive properties in all of us. So only and only a proper Ayurvedic practitioner, would be able to recommend what exactly you have to take and what quantity. So this is general information. I'll be sharing the briefs, but you need to see practitioners to take supplements like this. Yeah. So first is Triphala, which was for the root chakra. And then when we talk about the sacral chakra over here, again we see the Vat and the Pith. So in the Vat and the Pith doshas, what exactly happens is that sometimes the digestive fire may be little month. That means it's little less. So you need to ignite it with the spices and condiments mentioned in the previous slide. Or if it's more, that means it's tikshna, it's strong, then you need to keep it cool and calm. So in those cases, aloe vera or bitter dark green leafy vegetables, astringent vegetables from the Ayurvedic perspective would come into the scene. We keep discussing as and when we are going through these slides the different names of all of these. So primarily, when we talk about the Vat and the Pitta dosha in the sacral, it's herbs like Shatavari, which would also help in our reproductive. So when we look at these chakras which are located to the next to the kidneys, it could also be something like storage of water, which would be facilitated by herbs like Gokshura or Punarva from the Ayurvedic perspective. Then sometimes when we are looking at something like strengthening the reproductive organs, then it would be Shatavari in the form of tablets, it could be in the form of powder, which is taken in an Ayurvedic version for women. Moving on to the sacral, as I said, over here again, there are two other Ayurvedic herbs which would be of great use. One is called as the Nagarmasta and one is called as the Gurmarar. Yes. Moving on to the next slide is the solar plexus chakra. Now over here we see all the yellow colored vegetables like corn, yellow fruit like banana, gooseberries, golden kiwi, you can see pineapple, figs, pear, all of these along with the whole grain category, along with the pulses and the legume category, along with the natural sweeteners, all of these would come under this category. So these are all the foods which would bolster the solar plexus chakra. Now, here what we can see is that this chakra is basically going to be helped by eating again the right amount of all of these food groups. Generally we see that there is more pitta prakriti imbalance which is happening in this. Now what exactly is going on is that when the pitta is high, it's high because of fried foods, sugary foods, salty foods. So one needs to curb on all of those. From the Ayurvedic perspective, we could use kumari, which is nothing else but aloe vera juice for pacifying the pitta content. Also, the use of cucumbers, which is astringent in nature, or dark green leafy vegetables, or bitter foods from the Ayurvedic perspective, would help lower the pitta in the body. Yeah, so primarily what we have to do is fennel seeds, coriander, coconut, all of these are pitta pacifying. As you saw that spices and condiments are pitta amplifying, like they would help digestion rather. So one has to find that balance. Moving on from here, we are going to the heart chakra. So here you can see it's all the fruits and the veggies which are coming from the green category, the artichokes, the arugulas, the bok choy, broccoli, sprouts, greens, cucumber, yeah, green olives, onions, you can see green bell pepper, leeks. Most of these are available in our country. Mustard greens, all of this spinach, avocados, apple, yeah, green apple specifically, honeydew, watermelon, all of these come under this category along with green herbs. These are the best for detoxifying the system. Also, they have a lot of water content. So you can see that all these, if given in more quantity, will help the heart chakra. Now here generally, if there is something to do with rapid heart rate or low heart rate, or sometimes we have CVD cases where there is diabetes mellitus associated or hypertension associated. So one has to take a call. So if it's diabetes, then one can work with herbs like amalaki or nirgundi, which are very, very high on vitamin C. Also, methi seeds help diabetics a lot. Besides that, there is shunti, which can be recommended to them. There's guduchi, there's jamun extract, which can be recommended to them. So, all of these, along with shilajit, would help, yeah, a diabetic. When we talk about heart patients, we're looking at basically their blood lipid profiles, which have caused this. So in those cases, it could be Guglu, which could be recommended for them. Yes, there could be different immunity herbs also, which could be used depending upon the prakriti of the patient, whether he falls into Vat, Pitta, Kapha, or he's a combination of two or three. We have to gauge, yes, from patient to patient. So When it comes to these disorders, one can apply a combination of eating healthy and Ayurveda, both going hand in hand for a holistic health. Now we move on to, yeah, so this heart chakra basically, if at all presented, would be associated with all the three doshas. So one has to see and apply case to case what will help that case in perfect balance. Yes, then moving on to the next chakra, we talk about the throat chakra. Now, here comes all the blue veggies, the blue fruits, then comes the edible blue flowers. And yeah, edible blue flowers are available in Mumbai next to our house. I think it's, as long as they're edible, it's good to, keep these nice flowers in mind. And these are all the foods that fall from the tree when ripe. So primarily it's blueberries, bilberry, yeah, purple grapes, all of these. Now here, if there are doshas presented, what basically has to be done? From the Ayurvedic perspective, we have Pipali, we have Yashti Madhu. So also patients like who develop allergic rhinitis, or patients, who have constant cold bouts or bad throat, they can be helped a lot with a lot of these Ayurvedic herbs. So primarily these herbs would be tulsi or vasa, yeah, or yashtima, which has been mentioned over here already. All of these sage, these are all anti-inflammatory. Even besides this, if they have combinations of the pitta prakriti, then we give a combination of aloe vera along with all this. So we have to modulate case to case. Yes. Uh, Also, I wanted to let you all know that we have something like guduchi, which is also a giloy. Now, guduchi is basically helpful in removing a lot of toxins. It is antioxidative, anti-inflammatory. It can be applied to various conditions like diabetes, heart, even for strengthening immunity. And here more so in the case of throat chakra weakening, where there are a lot of respiratory disorders, as I said earlier, even tulsi and haldi would be of great help. Yes, also there are Ayurvedic herbs which are called as bala. Yeah, so they provide more immunity to the person. Moving on from here, we will go to the next chakra. This is the third eye chakra. Now here you can see all the purple vegetables, the purple fruits, all of these come into this category. So beet, eggplant, yeah, purple cabbage, all of these which are available in our country are these, the berries, the black currants, fig, plums, grapes, prunes, raisins, all of these. So, if we take more of all these, along with the foods which are rich in omega 3, that's shea, flax, hemp, walnuts, and these edible purple flowers, of course, what are we doing? We are trying to strengthen our third eye chakra. So, that basically is associated to the Vata with doshas, right? Now, over here, the primary herb from the Ayurvedic perspective is Shankha Pushpi, or one can also work with Ashwagandha for lowering stress and anxiety. Besides that, one can work on something which is called as the Manduka Pani, the Brahmi. If you all have heard of Brahmi, it is very, very good for the brain. So, one can work on all these and strengthen the third eye chakra. One important point is that over here in the third eye chakra and the crown chakra, one needs to have lot of water. Yeah, the influx of water, and that also as much as alkaline in nature will be a real great help. Now we're coming to the last one, the crown chakra, where you can see that it's all the white vegetables, the white fruits, and here we have the white spices along with, lotus root, mushrooms. Now, if we are refining our foods, let's say if you're coming from tamasic, where we have to avoid alcohol and non-veg and stale, processed, packaged foods. If we come to the Rajasic category, The Ratsic category would be, where we have foods which are fried, spicy, sugary, salty, yet tasty. So when we have two bites, we feel like having two more bites. So I suggest one should keep the tamasic at bay, because we don't want the low vibrational energy from the dead animals or the dead fishes whatsoever, because of mercury toxification in the seas. Let's come to the Ratsik. Over here, you can have little bit of this in moderation, and more has to be the sattvic. Now, the sattvic basically would comprise of fruits, vegetables with lot of water, dry fruits, nuts, and oil seeds. All of these, yes. So one has to always work with sattva to have a higher ascension of that energy and the chakras. You can see over here that foods that heal the crown chakra would be all purple. And here we have fasting and detoxification also on right on top. So fasting is nothing else but upavasa. Upa means close, vasa means God. So God's closeness when we are fasting is the main purpose, and it helps us. Why? Because it helps us to detoxify and also awakens us to the highest form of spiritual communication. So when you meditate on such days, you have to meditate every day, but on such days you feel more channeled. You feel your energy is vibrating more profoundly. And then we have water, as I mentioned, it should be alkaline. Of course, yes, green leafy vegetables have an alkaline effect. So even from the Ayurvedic perspective, like, if we have green like tulsi, if we have something like nimba, which is nothing else but neem, if we have all of these like aloe vera, they are pitta pacifying. Fennel, cardamom, yeah. And moving on to this last category, which has been also mentioned for the crown chakra, it's high chromium foods. So again, fruits and milk come into this category. So you can see that all the different kind of plant-based foods are supporting each and every chakra. Now, the beautiful aspect of this plant kingdom is if you take all of these colors which have been mentioned in all of these slides, you are only getting better. When we look at it from the nutritional aspect also, we are only getting much better. Why are we getting better from the nutritional aspect is what I'm coming to. So here we have all the fruits. You can see over here the dragon fruit and the coconut, which is for the crown. We've discussed all this. So we'll start from the root again. Red is your cherries. Mango and papaya comes in the sacral. Is just like a recap. The bananas come under the solar plexus. Here we have lime and kiwis for the heart to be happy and green. We have watermelon and cucumber for the throat with more water content. We have the berries in the third eye and coconut and dragon fruit coming on the crown. We can see that fruits are helping chakras. We can see that plant kingdom is helping chakras. So these various spectrum of nutrients is what we as clinical dietitians have always told the patients to have. Because here there's this nice synchronicity, of all clinical nutrition, Ayurveda, and foods which have been recommended for chakras by psychics and healers, which take a measure. So we can see that the reds are anti-inflammatory. We can see that the oranges help the reproductive system. We can see that the yellows facilitate the digestive properties and the greens keep the heart healthy, whereas the blues are anti-aging and the purples help us connect better for good brain health. From the Ayurvedic perspective, here we have all of these synchronizing with yoga, with panchakarma, and many other Ayurvedic modalities, along with, as I said, breath work, pranayama, which would only and only help us heal ourselves better. So this is again another sub amalgamation of where clinical nutrition comes in. You can see that the lycopene from the reds, enhances anthocyanins and quercetins, which are important compounds for good immune health. And then we have the beta carotene and the bromelain from all the yellow orange, which facilitates the reproductive. Then we can see the mangiferin and the beta cryptooxanthin, which again, this mangiferin is found in mangoes and almonds. And beta cryptooxanthin is again a bio compound, which is going to help us for digestive health. Then comes our folate and oleuropean isoflavone. So this pigment is again coming from all the greens, also from olives, which also is cardioprotective. And then we have the last, that's the resveratrol, which will enhance healthy aging. These are the herbs which I have mentioned. I thought it would be of great help to share this with everyone. So you have all of these available online on Amazon. They can come to your doorstep. And if you want to enhance a particular chakra, you can work with the herb mentioned over here. So as we can see, it's ashwagandha for the root, it's damiana for the sacral chakra, then we have rosemary for the solar plexus, and we have rose, even in the form of tea, you get rose tea, which enhances the heart chakra. We have the chamomile, which is for the throat chakra. The mugwort, which helps the third eye. In fact, mugwort has a word in Kannada. I think it's called as Nagadamani. Yes, that's the word for that. Nagadamani in our country. So in the West, it's called as mugwort. And then we have lavender. So all of these have Ayurvedic names, they have therapeutic values. Once again, we have these chakra teas. So all of these are available. One can work with these and they prove beneficial. They put you at ease. But this is only and only when you combine eating all this with unprocessed food, fresh food, organic food, seasonal food, wholesome, full of vibration and energy. Yeah, it's only, and with your yoga and with your breath work, meditation, only when you combine all this, you're getting somewhere. You're helping your inner light shine. So, this is how we can help ourselves. Whatever's there in our control is what we have to do. We cannot change anything in this realm. Yes. The only way to help ourselves is to work with this realm. So what do we do? This is what we do. Mindful eating, taking one bite at a time. So over here, you sit and eat. Even when you have water, you sip on water while you're sitting, sip by sip in awareness. Then is walking meditation. So here basically it's grounding your energy. Yeah. Sometimes when you walk on green grass, you feel so good. Sometimes when you're walking on cold sand, you feel so good. Do one thing at a time. So sometimes there are certain meditative uh, you know what do you call, steps which one can take. Like, let's say if you're just glancing at one flower and you're getting into the depth of how the flower looks, you're feeling it, you're smelling it, so your focus and your attention is going over there. Tune into your senses. This is what I was saying. Do one thing at a time and tune into your senses where you can taste, smell, hear, feel. Then is deep listening. So deep listening is again not different than meditating. We're trying to hear God's, voice to us. When we are silent, we can hear God's reciprocation to our silence. So we have to practice being with it every single day of our life, saying hello to the energy inside. Then is the body scan. So we have to basically, something like Yog Nidra, where we are giving attention to all our body parts and also send breath to each and every part. If you have pain somewhere, send it positive energy. So when we breathe in, we are breathing positive. When we're breathing out, we are breathing all our pains out. This is how you have to feel in your head and heart. And then is slow breathing. So this, of course, Sanil is taking care of. I will not get into any details. So once again, now if you want to do more grounding of your root chakra, you can do this by getting close to the earth. Then comes your creative chakra, that's your solar. Over here, bake, play music, craft or paint. Yeah, tap into your creative side. Solar plexus, again, drink water at room temperature, work with your digestive fire to keep your solar plexus healthy. And on top comes your heart. So over here, basically, smile at everyone. You're receiving love and giving love. Then we have singing, chanting, everything to do with the throat, yeah, so that your expression is at its best. Here we have meditate outside. You're supposed to be close to Mother Nature. Here it is basically nature and meditate. So one can also collect cosmic energy from the moonlight. One can collect cosmic energy from the sun. Yes, all these modalities will come into seen in this one. So these are the basic mantras for chakras. It's lam, vam, ram, yam, hum, and om. Yeah, for the last top two. I have been into this since a lot of years, and I really feel the change, emotionally, mentally, physically. I think it's the best way to be, so I want to share it with one and all. I have also shared it with my patients who have, all those who've experienced this, practice this, are able to come out of addictions. When they energize their chakras and their mind, they're so strong that they can leave addictions like alcohol, non-veg. They can show manifestation of weight loss beautifully. So we all have to breathe, and we have to breathe really well, which is going to be taken care of by Sanil. And we are kind of getting there. This is how breathwork benefits one and all. So it helps us at all the levels. Yes, physically, emotionally. So it's primarily helping us to bolster our spiritual quotient. In India, this is what our roots were, and we're just mimicking the West with so much packet food and getting out of all this. I think it's high time we all come back to our roots so that we can make our roots sound and stable, and then keep towers on top, make towers on top which will last. So, yeah, just summing up, this is the overall way, of living life stress free, free from anxiety, good sleep, relaxation, bountiful of energy with emotional regulation. So I'd like to thank everyone who's been here and everybody who's listening to this. I hope you all get more confident, you all are able to be more creative, organized, loving, express yourselves freely, be more cool and calm and at peace. Yeah, you'll have to merge with your higher self. Don't keep coming on the planet to try all this again and again. So we have soul imprints. We can only free ourselves from those when we practice with all our subtle energy centers. Yes, so I will hand over the screen to Sonia. Before that, there's something very important. Thank you, Dr. Megha, for having me share all my inputs. Over here, thank you, Dr. Madhumita Krishnan, who both of them are taking care of the University of Transdisciplinary Health Sciences and Technology at Bangalore, and I got affiliated to them when I thought of taking up Ayurvedic dietetics, because I am a clinical dietetics practitioner. I thought we have Ayurveda in our country. We have been using it. Why not avail of more knowledge on it and make health more holistic? So there was this whole big ream of knowledge which opened up to me. I am able to handle my patients better today because I know their Prakriti type. I can help them from the Ayurvedic dimension. And yeah, here we are. Sanil, it's coming to you shortly. Anybody who's interested in listening to more on holistic or more on superfoods or clinical conditions, kindly get on to my links and get more of Mehar Panjwani. Yeah, Sonia, over to you. Sonia, are you there?
Hey, hi, yes. So we
Yes.
can with the breath work now.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Meher. Amazing knowledge on chakras and the way we can heal our body by having so much of different varieties of foods. It's really nice. And I'm really glad to know of this University of Transdisciplinary Health Science, which was not aware of. And it's amazing the way they are combining the modern science as well as the ancient scriptures. It's a beautiful balance, and it's a need of the hour when we need to acknowledge the contribution of our scriptures, at the same time also value the significance of modern science. So I'm really glad yeah, you all have invited me here. I'll just share in not more than 10 minutes. I think we are short on time, so I'll just try to wrap things up a little bit fast, and I hope I'm audible and visible to everybody. Yeah, great, thank you. So firstly, the way Meher was explaining the entire thing about the chakras, I'm sure many of you already know, I think most of you know. And the primary core of the entire thing was how we can make our chakras more balanced, more open. Because the emotions which on the slides, how everybody was observing, what kind of emotions uh, come up when we have the chakras in balance. So when you have balanced chakras, example in the heart, you're very loving, you're very generous in it's linked to the chakra, the solar plexus. And when your brow chakra is open, you're much more alert. Yeah. At the same time, when these chakras are not open, they're all negative emotions. Like there is a lot of fear. Where why I'm saying this, because whenever we feel fearful, we have the emotion in this heart. That's how it's called the heart chakra. So many of you might wonder that are they physical, are they metaphysical? So it's like a balance of, I can say it's a balance of both. So it's all about energies, right? And as Meher was saying, the more the chakras are open, the more you can express yourself very freely. And now coming back to the breath work, now of course the diet definitely helps in balancing the chakras, but the breath work also has an important role here. So to start off with, there are thousands of nadis. Some say there are 72,000 nadis in our whole body. What are these nadis? They are nothing but energy channels. Yeah. And how does breath work affect, and how if all these things are linked? So the moment you are engaged in breath work, all these channels tend to open up. Yeah. All these blockages tend to open up, and that has an impact on the chakras, right? So the nadis open up, the chakras open up, and again the same result which we are discussing: how we can open up the chakras, how we can make it more balanced. And once the chakras are balanced, we live a very fulfilling life, a life full of positive emotions. So today we are going to just reflect. Why I say reflect is, most of you already know this. It's all about taking your attention there. So I think there were some people very active on the chat. I really appreciate that. So the question to all of you is that how many times do you think you breathe in a day? Can anybody put it on the chat? It's a random question. How many times? 1,000 times, 500 times, 2,000 times? Any answers? How many times do you breathe in a day? It's okay. There is no there is no right answer. You can just guess. No answer. I guess everybody is not quite. Everybody must be aware, but they might be just reflecting on this. It could be 5,000. It could be 10,000. Okay. I think Meher is smiling, so she knows the answer, so she can't answer. Okay. So great. So you'll be surprised to know that we breathe more than 22,000 times in a day. They say 20 to 25,000 times. Question is a bit challenging. Yes. So we consider this question as challenging. The breathing which we do so regularly. Achha, let me ask you one more challenging question. What is the first thing you did when you came on this planet?
Breathing in.
Yes, breathing in. Before you cried. Okay, you cried, but first you took a breath in, and then you cried, right? And what will be the last act you'll be doing in this planet?
Out.
Same, right? What, same breathing or crying? What? Took a breath in, breathe out. Yes. So hopefully you did some good work, so others will cry. So the whole life is nothing but the time between your first breath in and your last breath out. That's your life. And so less we know about our breath, right? We don't even know how many times you're breathing in a day. The last time when you observed your breath was when you are catching a flight, or maybe when your lift was not working, right? That's what you're aware of your breathing. And you know what the statistics says? In 1 minute, 10 breaths is perfect. Okay. If it can be lesser, is better. We'll come to that. That's a good observation. The statistics say that the human being utilizes only 30% of the breathing capacity, just 30%, and 70% is unutilized. And more than 90% of the stress or the imbalances in system can be eliminated only through breathing. This is the importance of breath and how much are we aware of it. That's why today's topic of breath work is so important, just to increase the awareness. So these are the statistics, and how we can, what is the exact thing happens when you breathe in and breathe out. Every incoming breath energizes your body. And you breathe in, everybody just take a deep breath in. Every incoming breath is energizing your body. Now breathe out, and every outgoing breath is relaxing your body. Yeah. So incoming breath is energizing your body. Take one more deep breath in. And relax, breathe out. This is a beautiful mechanism happening every moment, right? It's a beautiful gift from nature. And it's important to be aware. Why? Because it somehow affects our emotional states. How it will affect your emotional state. Have you ever observed how your breathing is when you are upset or when you are angry? How was your breath? Any answers? I'm looking at the chat. Generally, when you are angry, you are upset, shallow. Very nice. Anjali Peswani, very good. When you're upset, you're angry, your breath is very shallow. Yeah, it may be a little short as well. Yeah. And what happens when you're very happy? How is your breath? Any answers for that? Deeper, very nice, Pallavi. It's deep, it's long. Yeah. The reverse also is true. When you make your breath deep and long, right? Naturally, after some time, you automatically start feeling very calm, very relaxed. So not only the emotions can affect fast and stress, yeah, isn't it? So not only the emotions can affect our breath, the reverse is also is true. Our breath can also affect the emotions, right? That's why the breath work is so important. So more you do breath work, what happens scientifically. Your brain tells the body that there is a threat. If all of you are most of you are MSc students, they know that it's a fight and flight response. The sympathetic nervous system and stuff like that. The brain tells you that there is a threat. That's what the stress is, right? You start breathing very shallow. At the same time, when you start breathing deep, the brain tells your body that things are very okay. All is well. That was the famous dialogue from All is Well. And then you naturally start smiling, you become very relaxed, your heart rate reduces, your pulse reduces, you're calm and peaceful. There are so many positive changes happening in your body, good chemical changes in the body, only through breath work. And that's why it's so important. And there are a lot of scientific benefits. I'll not like to share all that because it's already there on the research sites as well as Google. Something like, it alkalizes your blood pH. Your alkaline level in your blood increases. It has anti-inflammatory effect. It elevates your mood. Yeah, it has a positive impact on your central nervous system. There are so many positive effects of breath work. Yeah. So today I would like to just do a very quick, maybe 3-4 minute breath work, because we have spoken and listened enough. Let's all experience some things, and after that we'll do a quick sharing. We have one of our yoga practitioners as well as a teacher who's there on this meeting, who will also share her personal experience how breath work has affected her. But before that, let's do a quick pranayam. This is one of my favorite pranayam, which I have also during my MSc. I also practiced this on a group of people, and really they got a very good result in just a few weeks. In 3 to 4 weeks, they had amazing results. Today, let's do it for 3 minutes. It's a very simple pranayam. It's called Brahmari pranayam. Now, the Brahmari pranayam is also called as a humming bee pranayam. Why? Because when you breathe out, you breathe in normally in this pranayam. When you breathe out, you breathe out with a humming sound, humming bee sound, like how it is. Like that. It's a very good pranayam. Yes, Brahmari. I think Pallavi is aware of it. And there are a lot of scientific benefits of it. A lot of positive changes happen in your body. Your heart rate reduces. Your it calms down the nervous system, and the nitric oxide in your blood increases. Now, the nitric oxide has been recently recognized as an extremely important molecule in the biophysics that has a profound role in the regulation of various functions of the body. This is like very, very scientific, process to do. So let's all do it. I'll just give you instructions. Very simple. You have to just take your index finger, keep it on your ear lids like this. Keep it on your ear lids like this, lightly. Don't just push it too much, otherwise you'll not hear what I'm saying. So keep it very lightly, and just before you do that, hear my instructions. We do it for like 8 to 10 times. Yeah, and preferably you can close your eyes. All you have to do is breathe in normally from your nose, and when you're breathing out, you're going to do a humming sound like yeah. It's excellent to calm down yourself, especially for those who are getting very anxious, and for them it's very nice. So let's start. Keep your spine erect and keep your index finger on your eyelids and slowly take a deep breath in and breathe out with a humming sound. Hmm. Hmm. Continue on your own. Breathe in. You can keep pushing your eyelids in and out as you do it. Hmm. Hmm. Continue. Hmm. Continue on your own. Hmm. 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 Continue on your own. Hmm. 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 You may relax after this round. Keep your eyes closed for a few moments. Palms on your thighs facing the ceiling. Eyes are closed. Spine is erect. All your awareness on your breath. Keep taking long, deep breaths in and out. Observe the effect of the Brahmari Pranayam on the state of your mind, on your body. Let there be a gentle smile on your face. Relax the muscles of your face. Keep taking long, deep breath. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. As you inhale deeply and exhale completely, observe your face is getting relaxed. And there's a gentle smile which is coming on your face. If it's okay if it's not real, fake it till you make it. Keep a gentle smile on your face and keep taking long and deep breaths in and out. Observe your mind settling down. You're becoming more and more mindful of the present moment. Bring your awareness to the here and the now. This moment, all that you're going to do is breathe in and breathe out. Focus on only this breath work, this moment. So many positive changes happening in your body as you're inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. There are good chemicals being released in your body. Your chakras are getting balanced, aligned. Your energy is flowing through your nadis or energy channels. Let it flow, let it open up. Deep breath in and out. Inhale deeply, exhale completely. See, you can breathe a little bit more deeper and see if you can smile a little bit more wider. Eyes closed. Slowly take a deep and long breath in once again. And breathe out. Take your awareness to all the sounds in your environment. Take your awareness to your whole body. Take your awareness to your breath. Take your awareness to your thoughts right this moment. And take your awareness to your smile. Feel the joy with it. Long deep breath in. Breathe out. Slowly you may rub your palms against each other. Generate some heat. Gently place it on your face. Observe the calm state of your mind right now. With a few blinks, you may open your eyes. How was it for everyone? Awesome. So this is just a very small glimpse of what breath work and what meditation can be. It can be much more deeper than this. It is just a start. So that's what breath work does. That's what meditation does. I've been personally practicing Sudarshan Kriya, which is the art of living, for the last 20 years. And it has given me immense uh, health, happiness, and emotional balance, as well as a lot of progress in life, just because investing 30 minutes in the breath work every day. So there are a lot of other breath works which people do. You can also do, say, as simple as Brahmari every day, or Nadi Shodhan every day. Just keep doing breath work regularly. That's what is very important. This is very important to balance your energies, to open up your chakras, balance your chakras, as well as have a healthy body. Nowadays, all doctors agree that most of these diseases which a human gets is psychosomatic. It gets born in the mind and then it comes to the body. And when you're doing breath work, when you're doing meditation, it is like a preventive healthcare. When we don't let the disease come, but initially only try preventing it, and rather you will definitely prevent it, and you will lead a very healthy and happy life. And I've been so many people have attended these workshops, and they have immense gratitude that they did it at whatever they age they were. So it's important to do it. So with that note, I would like to invite Swati ji, who's on the meeting. She's a journalist, a news anchor, as well as a yoga practitioner and yoga trainer as well. So if she can share in 5 minutes how breathwork has changed her life, and it'll be really nice. Yeah, I think somebody can maybe spotlight. You can unmute. Yeah. Swati ji, see if you can unmute yourself. Otherwise, maybe Sonia can unmute. Yeah, great. Yeah, over to you.
So, hi everyone, and thank you इस अपॉर्चुनिटी के लिए कि इतनी अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी की खुद को जो अच्छा लगा वो शेयर करने से बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी कुछ हो ही नहीं सकती इस दुनिया में. तो मुझे लगता है कि मैंने मेरा प्रोफेशन, आई एम अ जर्नलिस्ट. एज अ न्यूज एंकर आई वाज वर्किंग विद न्यूज चैनल. एंड जैसे हर एक प्रोफेशन का कोई ना कोई एक चैलेंजिंग पॉइंट रहता है. जैसे आईटी पर्सन्स को घंटों एक ही पोज में स्क्रीन पे बैठना होता है, तो हमारे जर्नलिस्ट लोगों का चैलेंजिंग पॉइंट ये है, एज अ न्यूज एंकर हमें फिजिकली प्रेजेंटेबल रहना है. दूसरी बात, मेंटली प्रिपेयर रहना है कि कहीं पर भी कुछ भी हो सकता है. न्यूज मतलब हैपनिंग वर्ल्ड है. कहीं से भी, अमेरिका से भी न्यूज आ सकती है, तालिबान से भी न्यूज आ सकती है, दिल्ली से भी आ सकती है, कुछ भी हो सकता है कहीं भी. तो यू हैव टू बी रेडी. कहीं भी बम फट सकता है, कहीं पर भी पॉलिटिकल हैपनिंग हो सकता है, मोदी जी कहीं जा रहे हैं, कहीं आ रहे हैं, मतलब कुछ भी हो सकता है। तो यू हैव टू प्रिपेयर योरसेल्फ मेंटली। तो हमें बहुत सारी इंफॉर्मेशन गैदर करनी है, कलेक्शन करना है, तो हमेशा अपडेट रहना है। तो इस हैपनिंग वर्ल्ड में खुद को काम कैसे रखे, और वो कामनेस मतलब अंदर कितना भी माहौल मचा है, बट वो आपके चेहरा में बिल्कुल आपको काम रखना है, आपको प्रेजेंटेबल रहना है। तो ये जो चैलेंज है उसका आंसर मुझे मिला स्थिरम सुखम आसनम में। तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि पतंजलि योग सूत्र में जो बोलते हैं ना, ये जो श्लोका है स्थिरम सुखम आसनम, तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि किसी भी आसन में आप जब स्थिर रहना सीख जाते हो तो इसका मतलब आपकी इंद्रियों पे, आपके ऑर्गन्स पे, आपके बॉडी पे आपका कंट्रोल आ जाता है। और जब आपके बॉडी पे आपका कंट्रोल आ जाता है तो आपके इमोशंस पे भी आपका कंट्रोल ऑटोमेटिकली इजीली आ जाता है। तो योगा हेल्प्स टू कंट्रोल योर बॉडी, योर माइंड। ये मुझे तो एक्सपीरियंस हुआ। और मैं 2-3 इयर्स बैक अगर जाए तो कोरोना का जो पीरियड था लॉकडाउन के दौरान, माहौल इतना भयानक था, इतना हॉरिबल कि हमारे सब लोग, बहुत सारे लोग वर्क फ्रॉम होम करते थे, बट हमारा प्रोफेशन ऐसा था कि बीइंग अ एंकर आई हैव टू गो स्टूडियो, क्योंकि स्टूडियो के बिना तो हम न्यूज कैसे पढ़ेंगे। तो स्टूडियो का माहौल या फिर फ्लोर का माहौल ऐसा था कि सिर्फ कैमरामैन और एंकर ये दोनों ही लोग थे, फ्लोर पे कोई नहीं, और दोनों भी मास्क लगाए हुए, मुंह ढके हुए, सिर्फ मुझे मास्क निकालना है क्योंकि मुझे न्यूज प्रेजेंट करना है। और इतना ऐसा माहौल कि मैं ही पढ़ती थी, इतने लोग पॉजिटिव आए, यहाँ पर इतना ये हो गया वो। तो ऐसे माहौल में मुझे याद है बहुत सारे लोग क्वारंटाइन हो गए, बहुत सारे लोग पॉजिटिव हो गए, कुछ लोगों को हमने गंवाया भी। बट मुझे नॉट सिंपल खांसी भी नहीं हुई और मुझे सर्दी भी नहीं हुई। तो मैं ये सारा क्रेडिट जो है, तो मुझे लगता है मेरे योगा प्रैक्टिस को, ब्रीदिंग एक्सरसाइज को देती हूँ। जैसे सनील जी ने अभी आपसे एक फ्यू मिनट्स का या कुछ सेकंड्स का उन्होंने प्रैक्टिस लिया, ये भ्रामरी जो योगा भ्रामरी कराया है उन्होंने। तो ये ब्रीदिंग एक्सरसाइज, ये इट्स जस्ट एन एग्जांपल। इसके जैसे और बहुत सारे ऐसे प्राणायाम है जिससे हम बहुत ही हैप्पी एंड हेल्दी लाइफ जी सकते हैं। मेरे मम्मी का मैं एग्जांपल देती हूँ। मेरी मम्मी सफरिंग फ्रॉम कोल्ड, बाहर कितना भी हाई टेम्परेचर हो 35 डिग्री सेल्सियस, बस बट उसके दोनों नॉस्ट्रल पैक रहते थे बिकॉज ऑफ सर्दी। तो एक मेनोपॉज का स्टेज रहता है, तो उसका 50+ के बाद उसको ये होने लगा। बहुत सारे डॉक्टर्स ने ऑपरेशन साइनस का करने को बोला, एक ऑपरेशन भी हुआ, बट सेकेंड ऑपरेशन भी जब उसको बोला गया तो उस दौरान मैंने ये कोर्स किया था और मैं प्रैक्टिस कर रही थी मेरी योगा की। एंड दैट टाइम हमारे जो ऐसे ही एक टीचर है सनील जी की तरह, उन्होंने मुझे बोला कि तुम्हारी मम्मी को तुम भस्त्रिका प्राणायाम करने को बोलो, मैं तुम्हें लिख के देता हूँ कि सेकेंड ऑपरेशन होगा ही नहीं उनका और वो सर्दी भूल जाएंगी। तो मुझे बहुत, आई फील वेरी नाइस। किसी भी बच्चे को अपने माँ बाप की खुशी ही चाहिए होती है, और वो अगर फिजिकल कोई पेन में है तो हमें बहुत ज्यादा पेन होता है। किसी को भी फिजिकल पेन ना हो, क्योंकि किसी भी खुशी का हम नहीं तो वो खुशी महसूस नहीं कर पाते, ले नहीं पाते। तो मेरी मम्मी आज कितने साल हो गए, फ्रॉम लास्ट 7 इयर्स वो सर्दी भूल गई है, उसको सर्दी नहीं हो रही। वो मतलब ठंडा पानी पी सकती है। हम लोग आइसक्रीम खाते थे, बट सर्दी के डर की वजह से मेरी मम्मी आइसक्रीम नहीं खा पाती थी, ठंडा पानी नहीं पी पाती थी, और आज वो सब कर पाती है। और 3 टाइम भी नहीं, सर ने बोला था कि 3 टाइम उसको भस्त्रिका करने को बोलो, बट मेरी मम्मी सिर्फ 2 टाइम भस्त्रिका करती है, फिर भी उसको इतना अच्छा रिजल्ट मिला है। तो मैं सभी को यही बोलूंगी कि ये मेरे माँ का एग्जाम्पल है और मेरा खुद का भी, कि मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि मेरी लाइफ में जो भी चैलेंजेस आते हैं या फिर जो भी ऐसे सिचुएशन होते हैं जहां पर हम अंदर से हिल जाते हैं इमोशनली, कहीं बहुत सारे लोग जहाँ टूट जाते हैं, वही हमें एक हौसला मिल जाता है कि नहीं, आई कैन डू इट, मैं ये डील कर सकती हूँ। तो वो जो डील करने की या फिर वो जो हौसला है, वो जो धैर्य आता है, वो मुझे लगता है कि हमारा जो ब्रीदिंग के ऊपर, अपने बॉडी के ऊपर कितना कंट्रोल है, उसकी वजह से आता है। तो वही जो चक्रास का नॉलेज हमें मेहर जी ने दिया, तो बस वही है। हमारे चक्रास जितने एनलाइटन होते हैं, एनर्जेटिक होते हैं, उतने ही हम लाइफ में मुस्कुरा सकते हैं और खुद के साथ किसी और का भी हौसला बन सकते हैं, सपोर्ट बन सकते हैं, पूरी फैमिली का हौसला बन सकते हैं। इफ यू आर कॉन्फिडेंट, इफ यू आर हेल्दी, तो मुझे लगता है कि दिस इज अ वेरी सिंपल एंड इजी, और कोई भी खर्चा नहीं है। नो, वी डोंट हैव टू इन्वेस्ट 1 रुपी। फ्री में है सब कुछ, है ना, जो भी करना है वो। तो मुझे लगता है कि दिस इज माय एक्सपीरियंस कि यस, योगा करो, प्राणायाम करो, और बस खुद खुश रहो, अपनी पूरी फैमिली को और पूरे विश्व को खुश रखो। यस, थैंक यू मेहर जी, थैंक यू सो मच सनील जी।
Thank you for being here. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Your
Yeah.
your inputs are very valuable.
Thank you. Thank you, Swati ji. And it was good sharing of experience. ऐसे बहुत सारे stories हुए, a lot of examples are there, a lot of research is there on how breathwork has got people out of different ailments. And those who don't have any ailments, if they keep doing breathwork, they will not get any ailments. So it's important to do breathwork, important to follow a good diet. As Meher said, it's amazing that she has done a very good research on how different foods have affected and helped different chakras. So proper food, proper breath work and meditation, all these things in the lifestyle really help you to be healthy. And that's what everybody today wants. Health has become the very, very important aspect. And thanks to the University of France Disciplinary Health Science, where they have a beautiful blend of Ayurveda, traditional modern medicine, traditional medicine like Ayurveda, as well as modern science approach, which is very important nowadays to have a healthy, happy society. And you have a very good role in doing that. Thank you once again to having me here. Thank you, Sonia. Thank you, Meher. And over to you guys. All the best.
So I'd just like to share 2 words. A big thank you to each and everyone who's attending this. More than that, practically imbibe it to see a big change in yourself. Only and only when you can heal yourself, you can experience all this. You can share it with many, many others, and then this spreads, like you're blossoming your own divinity power, and you're helping many, many others to shine in their own light as well. Yeah, that's the takeaway message, which really completes it all. It sums it all, completes it all beautifully. Yeah, we say namaste to the energy sitting inside us. Every single day, give it time so that it energizes, it blossoms. Thank you, one and all. Thank you, TDU, Dr. Megha, uh, Sonia, for coordinating all this. Madhumita ji, thank you everybody. Sonia, over to you, Sonia.
Yeah, I think we can take 2 more questions and then we can close for the session.
Sure, done.
Yeah. I think there's a question in the chat box. Which are the useful pranayams for athletes to improve their VO2 max?
Can we know what is VOT max? Anshuji, can you explain a little bit more?
This VO2 max is the capacity of the lungs to take in oxygen.
Okay. So one of the pranayam is yogic breath, right? When you're doing yogic breath, you're using your clavicle, your thoracic, as you know, you're using the entire uh, respiratory system to breathe. So yogic breath is amazing to increase your breathing capacity. Yeah. So today we're short of time. Otherwise, we have done a few more techniques, or we can have a separate session for that. Yes, yogic breath is one, and definitely there would be other like Swati ji was saying Bastrika. That is a very good pranayam to increase your breathing capacity.
Okay, and the one which you got us practice, you said that it improves the nitric oxide in the body.
Yes.
So because we are having as a part of food, we are having like beetroot and all for recovery of athletes.
Okay.
Because it has nitric oxide. It
Okay.
gives nitric oxide to the body. So if that pranayam is also improving nitric oxide in the body, that means that will be helpful for the athletes for recovery post their event?
Yes, that is true. Like as you're saying, if nitric oxide is an important element in recovery, then yes, because it's scientifically proved that Brahmari does increase the nitric oxide in your body. So, but it's more popular for the heart, because it helps to reduce the BP and all. But of course, it is also useful. Brahmari is also useful for this recovery as well. You're right.
Do we have some paper or some research which has been done which shows that what are the important pranayams for athletes to improve their performance?
Okay. I'll have to search for that. I don't have anything like as of now, but yes, there are some research. Definitely, the research is made on yoga as a whole. I'm not sure
Okay.
about pranayama, but definitely, I think I'll like share the links with Meher or Sonia. You can, yeah, because I have during our process we did some research on such specific kind of athletes or specific age group. Definitely, it is.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I think we can wind up, Sonia.
Yes, we can wind up. If there are any more questions, they can write to us and we can get back to you.
Yes. Also, I have a free nutritional broadcast for all my patients. So anybody interested being a part of that broadcast where we give nutritional inputs, kindly message to me one-on-one on WhatsApp. I can add you all to that broadcast. Yes, so let's all give it likes, share with many. Recordings will be put up probably on YouTube. Sonia she knows that the best. We can like, we can share with many. Only and only then we'll be able to help others. Thank you all. Thank you, Dr.
Yeah,
Mehar.
I have one question.
Oh yeah, there are some who are asking how do people procure of Ayurvedic dietetics as a course online? Sonia, could you highlight on that before we shut the machines?
Yeah, so I'll just put on the website link. Just give me a
So how it slow down a thought process? See, pranayam definitely helps you to slow down your thought process. Meditation definitely helps you to slow down your thought process. So pranayam, meditation both will help you. Safe pranayam for nerves degeneration, which is impacting breathing, lungs. So this is the safe pranayam. I think Brahmari is the one of the most safest pranayam, which is Nadi Shodhan also is a very good pranayam for this nerve degeneration. So pranayam typically these pranayams help to increase the energy levels, and when your energy increases, the body's natural healing capacity improves. That's the reason different ailments in different ailments they suggest a lot of pranayams. That's the scientific reason. Any other question? I think that's about it. I think that's about it, Mayor. So other questions we can take it offline.
Absolutely, Sanil. Anybody and everybody can get in touch with us one-on-one and we can help them out. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you everybody. Namaste.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all.